So, the story that I am going to read for you, my dear friends, that story is Abraham and Lot. This story has been taken from the book of Genesis, chapter number 11, verses 13, 18, and 19. So, let us listen to the story. It's a very touching story, typically talking about how sin can destroy people. In the city of Ur, in the country of Chaldea, there lived a man called Abraham. His wife's name was Sarah. One day God said to Abraham, "I want you to leave Ur and go far away to the country of Canaan. If you do so, I say, I will make you the father of a great nation." Now Abraham and Sarah had no children, but they believed God and did as he said. They took Lot, Abraham's nephew, and their servants, their flocks, and their herds, and they all left Ur. They left their families and their homes and friends, and all the people and places they knew so well, and set out for an unknown land. Travel was slow, and the journey to Canaan was a long one, but at last they arrived. They set up their tents at Mamre near Hebron, and for a long time they all lived happily together. But as the herds and cattle and flocks of sheep increased, there was not enough water or grass for them all. There were quarrels between the men who looked after Abraham's cattle and the men who looked after Lot's. So Abraham and Lot decided it was time to apart. Abraham let Lot choose where he wanted to go. Lot decided to move down from the hills into the green valleys of River Jordan, close to the town of Solomon. There he would be having a plenty of water and good grass for his flocks. Lot moved off. This meant that Abraham had to stay on the hills, where there wasn't much water and grass for him and his herds. But although the valley looked green, good, but Lot had made a wrong choice. The people who lived in Sodom were proud and greedy and lazy. They were hard, cruel, and violent. Terrible things were done in Sodom, and no one was sorry or ashamed. But God is just. He will not turn a blind eye to those who deliberately do wrong. The city of Sodom deserved to be punished. One hot midday, when Abraham was resting in the shade of the tent, he saw 3 strangers coming towards him. He went to greet them and invited them to rest and eat with him in the tent. There was a great hurry, and Sarah and his servants set to work. They baked fresh bread and roasted calf and offered this to the visitors with bowls of milk and cheese. When the meal was finished, the men explained why they had come. Abraham and Sarah had grown old by this time, but God had good news for them. Very soon, the son they longed for would be born. How surprised and pleased they were. But what the men said next made them sad. God said, that Sodom, the town where Lot now lived, was going to be destroyed. The only good people in Sodom were Lot and his family. So God sent his messengers to warn Lot to escape before it was too late. But Lot's family did not want to leave Sodom. Only just in time, God's messengers hurried them all to safety outside the town. The ground trembled and shook. Fire and ash rained down in Sodom and the nearby towns and villages. The air was full of dust, but Lot's wife would not hurry. She stopped to look and was killed. Only Lot and his 2 daughters escaped. God had saved their lives. So dear friends, dear students, it's a very beautiful story of Abraham and his nephew Lot. You can read this story, listen to the story, share it with your friends and receive blessings. This story typically highlights how sin can destroy man. Sin can take us away from God Almighty. If we all want to be good people, then we need to listen what God is telling. Sometimes someone warns us, but we don't listen. So we need to have hearing ears. Thank you for watching this video. Like it, share it. God bless you.